Morning guys, it's me, your online brother Jaspas back, and welcome back to the vlog. You might have noticed that I've been missing for a week now, and that's because I've been in China. But today's vlog video isn't so much about what happened in China, more so it's about what decks I got from China Cardistry Con. You see, just like how the International Cardistry Con always comes with tons of gifts or a welcome gift kind of box, the Chinese Cardistry Con does so as well. And today I wanted to share that with you guys because I figured most of you probably don't know what's happening inside the Chinese Cardistry community. So without further ado, let's check out what goodies I got in the Chinese Cardistry Con gift bag. Check this out. Boom. This is one of those canvas-like bags, so similar to the kind that you see in IKEA. It's designed on both sides. This is the front and this is the back. I was talking to the creator of the Chinese Cardistry Con, and Simon was explaining to me that last year's bag apparently was a little bit too feminine, so this time he went with something a little bit more rugged. The design is fully customized on both this side and this side, as well as the straps. Comes with custom silkscreen print. Pretty epic. Alongside the canvas bag, you also get one of these name tags. The colors red and green appear beautifully on it, and on the back is another design that looks like this. The reason why there's only a single autograph on this is because on the first day somebody accidentally took my name tag and he actually went to Tobias to get a signature from it. So even though I wanted to keep this name tag completely brand new and fresh, in the end, I have Tobias's autograph on this. In addition to the name tag, we also got one of the swaggiest gift boxes I've ever seen. Check this out. This box is 100% customized and designed specifically for the Chinese Cardistry Con. I really enjoy this gift box. If you slide it out, we get to see 6 decks. The box is pretty well designed. You can see that there's like cutouts over here. Alright, so without further ado, let's take a look at the cards that come as a gift. The first one is this deck called Epoch Mecha. It's a Gundam inspired deck of cards. You can see the white, yellow, blue, red colors, typical of a Gundam. It's really pretty awesome, and it is designed by the Cardistry team Epoch. They are also the organizers of the Chinese Cardistry Con. Next up is a deck called Flying Saucer Come. That's right, that's the name of the deck, Flying Saucer Come. It's a deck that is really colorful, and it seems to be very well designed on all sides. It even comes with holographic sticker right here at the top that states that this is one of 5,000 decks. Pretty awesome deck of cards. I like it. Next up is a pink and black deck of cards that looks like this. But more importantly, on the opposite side of the cards, there is an anime waifu. Really cool, really inspired. I have no idea how this came to be, but goddamn. This deck was also printed 5,000 times and was designed by a company called Huiqi. After which, we have another deck that also seems to be a little bit inspired by anime. or more so fairy tales in anime. Check this out. Beautiful art, beautiful art. On the opposite side, we have this starburst kind of design. This deck is also printed by Huiqi and features gold foil on the box. Let's set that aside right here. The next deck that also comes in the gift box is a deck by Bacon Playing Card Company, and it's just a deck that says Cardistry on one side, Cardistry Con of China on the other side, and has a little security window right there in which you can see some holographic cards. This copy of the deck that I got is number 114 of 666, as seen up there on the seal. This box is designed to look like one of those gambling table kind of cards where you have the information about when this deck was opened, which table it was used at, etc, etc, available right there. Pretty cool stuff. And the final deck that you get in the gift box for the Chinese Cardistry Con is this one right here. This deck looks a little bit more normal than the rest of the cards that we've looked at. On one side it says Dead Souls with a skull, huge bicycle logo right there. And on the other side, I presume to be the back design of the cards. Compared to the rest of the decks that we got at Chinese Cardistry Con, I think that this deck is way more Americanized. It's very like standard cards, you know, the average deck that you can find in America. I believe this must have been sponsored by TCC. It's very interesting that the flavor of the cards can be told so easily just by the design language of the cards. Now, these are the 6 decks that I got at the Chinese Cardistry Con. I'm not 100% sure whether the gift boxes are like randomized or not. I don't think so because of the cards that I saw on the day itself, but that's what I am assuming. And this is a really respectable start to any card collection, you know. However, while I was at the Chinese Cardistry Con, the people approached me and they wanted to give me some cards to play with and, you know, maybe get a shout out on the vlog channel. So I actually have quite a few more decks to show you guys today. First up, we have one of these decks. In this deck, there are, I believe, 3 or 4 different colors. I can't remember quite well. And this deck itself comes in 2 different box designs, both same concept. You can think of this deck as like opening a gacha box. The version that I saw of this deck was pink with clouds in the background, but it's hard to say which version of this deck we got. Here we have a deck by one of my friends, Shuai Cheng. This is a really interesting deck box design because I'm not sure if you guys can tell on camera, but there's like UV spotting on the cards itself. And there's a like odd texture to it. It's really cool. On the top right hand corner right here, it says SCS Shuai Cheng Studios Xiao Bai Design. I'm looking forward to opening this deck of cards. Next up, we have another deck also by Shuai Cheng Studios, but this one is holographic all across the box. This over here seems to be embossed onto the box. It's pretty cool. On the flip side, we have more details of the cards. Now, each of these decks, I'm gonna go like pretty fast across them because we have so much to cover, but one day we're gonna make like individual deck reviews for each deck of cards that you see here. Another deck. I think this is by a indie deck company. I know in a way every single deck company is an indie deck company other than like the big players, but in this case it's really like an independent publisher. It says 都市极端, which means the end of a city. Oh wow, this is a deck that looks absolutely epic. The techniques and technologies implemented on this specific deck of cards is like, it's a whole video on its own, but for now you can see that this is an embossed image of David, like the sculpture, and this is what the box looks like. I'm very excited to open this deck of cards and show you guys and we can discuss the techniques used in this deck design. Super duper epic, super duper cool. Next up is a deck that looks like this. I can't quite read what it says. You guys tell me what you think it says, but my best guess is lithography, lymphography, something like that. Silver foil on white, and it's like futuristic and sci-fi looking and stuff. Let's put that down. Here's another deck. It's called Rainbow Holo Playing Cards. Yeah, it seems like China has gotten into like a whole like phase of holo foil cards, huh? I'm not sure if you can tell on this camera right here, but the textures of the foil on these two decks is completely different. Interesting, right? Next up, it's another deck by Soicheng Studios. This one is from his 2021 collection. On the box, we can see some metallic blue foil. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, another copy of the David playing cards. I'll just leave right there. This one is... oh, yeah. I completely forgot to mention, yes. When I was in China, I met anyone. And specifically Tobias Levin and Brendan Connor. Shout out to you guys are extra cool, really cool people. But I also picked up on some of the cards that they released in China. Specifically this one is from their ready-made version of handmade playing cards. I've seen what the deck looks like already. Specifically, like it looks a little bit like this seal design, but we'll take a closer look into it at another time. Right, so here we have another deck by Anyone Worldwide, specifically their dot playing cards from their 2021 collection. We'll take a close look at this deck of cards in the future. Next up we have, ooh, wow, another holo foil on white deck design. This one is some sort of a private reserve, it states over here, and it seems to be an addition of 500 decks, as you can see over there. This I believe is by Miss Cindy, which is a company in China as well. This deck is also by Miss Cindy 0929, you can see right there. This one has a little bit more color, a little bit more texture. Pretty epic stuff. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure. It's gonna take some time, but I'm gonna be doing a deck review of each of these cards. Some of the videos might be like 2 different decks in one video. Some of the videos might be like comparing holo foil to holo foil. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do it. But for now, that's that. That's the cards that I got at the Chinese Cardistry Con. Absolutely amazing stuff. Aside from the cards that I got at the Chinese Cardistry Con, which is a lot, I actually also got some other types of stuffs. Specifically, this hair card was from China. I got a little pin. I got an enamel pin from somebody's personal collection while I was in China. And I also visited one single maid cafe multiple times while I was there. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just a maid cafe addict. I'm just a little otaku boy that is also a world cardistry champion. I don't know, man. Before I end today's video though, I do want to shout out the Epoch team, specifically Simon, for putting together such an amazing event. I bet it was really difficult to like try to get everybody into one specific space to have such a good time. But shouts to Simon, you're the best. Shouts to the rest of the Epoch team, whether it's David or any of the other people that are behind the scenes that I don't know as much about. Shouts to you guys. You guys put together an amazing event. Shout out to Cuizi. Cuizi is the guy that I bonded the most with when I was in China. He's absolutely cool. He was having fun with me. We went drinking together. He even accompanied me to go and do this thing called Cai They clear your ear out for you and they make it feel nice and stuff. It's really an amazing thing. I recommend all of you to try it at least once. Shout out to TCC, Joe's wife, Sui Xian. Thank you very much for being awesome neighbors to me when I was there. Thank you for being awesome neighbors to me when I was selling cards at the con. And also shouts to all the mates that kept me company, especially on day 1 when I was most disoriented and most lonely. Mumu really took very good care of me. Shouts to you, Mumu. Alright guys, so thank you guys very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed looking at this completely foreign culture of playing cards that you probably didn't know about. All the deck reviews will be coming soon. I'm sure most of you are probably most excited for the brands that you do know, specifically Anyone Worldwide's cards. But I'm actually most excited to be checking out these different decks of cards that have culture completely different from our own. I hope you guys are also excited to learn about this foreign cardistry culture with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.